There's a saying we've probably either heard or have used at least once in our lives, my friend. And that is, the customer is always right. Now, granted, there are such exceptions to this statement, and we probably have ideas of what those exceptions might be. But the thing is, there are a lot of variants to the statement, a lot of perspectives on, oh, the customer is right in this area, or the customer is always right no matter what, or the customer is not really right. But again, that depends on who's speaking and so forth. But I want to focus on a specific variant of the statement, and that is the customer is always right in matters of taste. Now, the thing about taste is that it's basically non essential. Again, we can think of like rations from either like the military or movies where it's like, yeah, this is giving me nutrients, but it's tasteless. So again, you're getting what you need to survive, but you aren't necessarily enjoying it. So again, once you have the ability to basically go past that survival state, you have the ability to think of things to your taste. You can tailor the things to taste. It's like, okay, I need a car to get to my job. So I need basically this to go so far. I need something to get me there first in time. Then I need something that's around the gas mileage. Maybe I need to get it over the hills. Maybe I need air conditioning. All those kinds of things would come up before, oh, I want something that looks nice, that I can drive around, or that has the color I liked. So it's like there's a bunch of things that are taste that are basically non-essential to the thing. Now, taste is not basically this list of demands on like price, speed, material, those kinds of things. Now, it could depend on service, and I'll get into that in a moment. But it's like the customer can't just demand, oh, I want it below manufacturer's price, and I want it now, and I want it made out of such and such material. It's like there are certain things where that goes against almost like the product itself or whatever. It's kind of like not to the taste anymore. It's basically almost like robbery in a sense, what some people would want to do. I mean, and again, sometimes they may not even be customers. They may just be really demanding, and even if you gave them everything, they might not buy it. They might go with someone else. But it's something to really consider before you go with the customer is always right, absolutely. Now, again, with service, it could just be an example of someone who treats you right in service. Now, again, we tend to have a bit of taste for it when it comes to people where they might not actually do anything wrong, but we just don't like them. Maybe we have two different personalities or two similar personalities, but it's like for whatever reason, we just rub each other the wrong way, so we don't really have that taste for them in a sense. But as for taste in kind of how it affects the customer experience, let's say you were going to shop for a rug. And so you go to the store and you're asking them, okay, I have these items in the room already, and this is kind of the general color scheme I'm going for. What kind of rugs do you have that would look good with it? And so the person helping you looks at it and then goes over and pulls out this rug that just clashes with everything you own. And basically says this. And basically you point out that it is simply clashing with the room you were trying to set up. And they say, yes, but you have horrible taste, and this is actually more suited to my taste. So now you are doing, so you should buy this rug and then buy all this other different furniture to refresh the room to suit my taste. We probably want to go to that store again. Because then it's like we're looking for something specific and we have an idea of what we're looking for, but then they're judging based on their taste rather than actually what the customer wants. And basically, again, I probably exaggerated the rudeness a bit, but it's something that we need to think about. And the reason why I'm talking about this is that it's good to ask what industry we are in and how taste applies to it. Again, for a restaurant, we can say it applies to what a person orders. But in like storytelling, we can think of that stories, while integral to our history and culture and passing things down and inspiring us, they aren't really necessities. They aren't this thing where it's like we need shelter, we need water, we need food, we need these kinds of things. And there's actually a backlog of fiction in this world. So you to basically have a different movie for any movie night you want for pretty much all your life and not get through them all. Doesn't mean they'll all be good, but then there's a backlog of stuff that you can enjoy. So in that way, any piece of fiction becomes something that is based purely on taste. So for me, I enjoy having a happy ending or having at least a bit bittersweet, not like these bleak or sad or depressing endings. So then that's my taste in stories. I want to have that kind of end on a lighter note. But that may not be for everyone. And sometimes the story is better having the bleak ending, but it depends on taste. Now the tea I want to make here is that you can make something to your taste. And that's great, that's fine. If you want to trade something, go ahead. But if you want the results that come from having a certain audience, you need to cater to that audience's taste. And then this may be a certain size of audience or whatever. So you may need to broaden the appeal of something and make it a bit less niche, or and then sometimes funny how certain niche things can become super popular, but oftentimes when you niche it down so much, it becomes just unrecognizable to anyone outside of it. So it just sort of depends at least. But I don't think it's ever a good idea to blame the audience because you basically gave them something they didn't order. And then it's like a waiter coming in and saying, "Why are you upset when I gave you the wrong order?" We don't expect that, and we don't see that as how you treat the customer right. Now again, that depends on where you're going. If you're going to a roadside diner instead of the Italian restaurant, you aren't going to expect their Italian thing to be as good as the fine Italian dining or whatever it is. But then if it's just a regular restaurant and you're ordering off the menu, you're probably ordering to your taste or to try something new. But let's say you're ordering like just chopped steak, and instead you're getting chicken tenders and French fries. You've got them on order. This isn't, and it isn't just like, oh, you didn't leave off the pickles or you forgot the pickles. It's completely different in its entirety. So at what point would the writer be right in blaming you for what they gave you? It's like completely foreign in a sense to how at least I would assume people would act. But anyway, again, this is my perspective. What do you think? Why not leave your thoughts in the comments below? And if you enjoyed this video, you can like and share it so others may enjoy as well. Anyway, I'm Jonah, and you've been watching Lions Made Media, where we celebrate stories and the lessons of them. Thank you for listening to my musings. Talk to you later, and have a great rest of your day.